Hi, hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Mukami Beatrice here. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, like the video, and comment down below. Guys, I'm back again with a makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I hope you love my content. I I just have a few challenges, that's why I'm uploading. I know once a week for now, but once I'm sorted, I'll be back full time because I intend to make YouTube a journey for me, something I want to do like with more seriousness. I just want to make YouTube part of my life. You're welcome if you are new here. You are welcomed. I love you for even watching my video, for even taking your time to look at what I'm offering. I hope you enjoy the video, and I'm also going to be talking about my story, part 3, the delivery story. I know a lot of things are said about giving birth, and many people fear that story. Even women, even I did have that scary part. You're told things, people, you're told you'll experience this, you'll experience that, and not everyone's journey is the same. So in case you're expecting your bundle of joy, congratulations. And you know what? Once you have your baby, you'll even forget about, the hard part. Of course, giving birth is a hard process, but that's scary. So first, I'm going to start. While I do my makeup, I'm going to be telling the story, but right now I'm actually sharpening my eye pencil. Always make sure it's sharp. There, I'm actually sharpening it. It's been a long time since I did a makeup routine. A long time, but you know what? I love makeup. I'm actually self-taught. I'm not perfect, but from watching YouTube videos, I learned to do a simple makeup look for myself, and sometimes I tend to explore new things. I'm going to do makeup with no lashes. So, my delivery story. For me, guys, I had school going on, so I really wanted to go back to school. I really wanted to go back to school. I didn't want to call off my semester, and with my due dates, it was around on when was I written from the due date? I don't remember the date, but anyway, I'll just say the story. So when I reached my due date and I had no signs of labor, and one thing, I really wanted to have the baby earlier so that I could go back to school and catch up. If you feel me, I don't know. Guys who have experienced my situation might understand better, might understand better. So I really wanted to go back to school. I went to the hospital where I was to deliver. I had been going there for my clinic, so like I was so I even had a doctor there. So I went there and reaching. Sorry guys, I'll be back. I need to get something. Hi, I decided to do my brows off camera because they were taking a lot of time and I wanted to tell my story, and they were not allowing me to do that, so I decided to do them offline. So guys, here I was. My due date is now here and no signs of labor. Like nothing, totally nothing. Okay, I did have a few shocks, I don't know how they call them, but no serious labor pain. So I decided to go to my doctor because I was also seeing like if I continue to wait for my angel to decide when she is going to come, she might not come after all. So I decided to go to a doctor, and I was told because today is your due date and no signs, we can't induce you today, so you have to come back after a week. Of course, I was disappointed. I really wanted the baby to come out soon enough so that I could resume my studies. Challenges of being a mom, like being a student at the same time. I don't advise anyone to try that. So I got booked for a week later for induction because they also understood me. They asked me, why do you want to induce? And I said, I really want I have a cat and I wouldn't want to miss it. I'm still a student. So they told me, does the cat come next week? No, it's in the other week. They told me, now you'll have to come a week later. I agreed, and a week later I came to the hospital, and this day I was taken by 3 men, my hubby, the brother, and a friend, and I was the only female. Earlier the other week when I went, I had gone with a friend, a female friend. She was so ready to be there for me during the birth process. So we had gone with her, but this week when I went for induction, she wasn't free, so I had to go alone. And in the labor ward, in the hospital they don't allow men in labor. I don't know if they do nowadays, but then they didn't. So I was booked in, given some induction drink. It was colorless, not like water, but like foam water, if you understand. I'm trying to explain the drink. I don't know what it was, but it was induction medicine. Then I got a friend. We were all being in this together, but she was having her third born. So we had to go for the drink, like after 2 hours we go for a dose, a certain dose. They gave us a little tumblers. We go there after 2 hours we're given. So I started being in this around 1, 3 I went for another one, and 5 I went for another one, and 7, that is late evening. I went for another one. And by then, I started feeling a little labor pain, like it will come and I will stay around 20 minutes, then I'll hear another one. But it wasn't that serious. I will say it was like cramps, a bit of like cramps. So after being given that 7 p.m. dose, the nurse who had come in for that shift decided to break my water. Oh my god, I don't know what she used, but they go for checkup down there, and I just had that. It's like something tore up, like sack, the amniotic sac, and there was the water. It came out full force. I was given pads, the maternity pads to put on, and right now I like, by then I was so naive. I didn't know things like, nowadays they say you carry disposal pants for such situation. For me, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. So I had just gone with what I have. So I just went with my normal panties, so I couldn't put them on. They just told me to put the maternity pad down there and walk. Walk. So my legs are supporting the pad, And maternity pads, the hospital ones. I had the ones bought from a baby shop when I was doing shopping for the baby, but I still hadn't used them. So the ones the hospital gave me is what I used then. So I started walking, labor pains were coming. Around 9, they were intense. Like they will hit me on intervals. And my labor pains was like, how a car comes from far and you hear it coming, it comes. And when it nears, you hear the sound more. Something like that. Like I'll hear the pain from a distance, then it will come and it will get intense. Like, then it disappears. Then again, I'll say a few minutes, or I don't know, within time they were about, after 5 seconds, another contraction. After 5 seconds, another contraction. I tell you guys, I felt like talking to myself. I felt like talking to myself. I'll go to the bathroom and I'll start encouraging myself. I can do this, talking from the mirror, telling myself, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And then talking to myself from the mirror. Hey, mirror. Ooh, the bantu in me. From the mirror, and encouraging myself that I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, It will pass. Tomorrow morning I'll be smiling. Guys, for real, I was actually saying all those things, to myself from the mirror. Whenever they pain, then I was told, don't sit down, and if you have to lie down, you have to lie on your left. That's what the nurses were telling us in the labor ward. So I would walk around the hospital corridor from one end to the other, just walking. Once the labor pain hits me, I stand on the wall and I'm like, I let it pass, then I continue. So that's what I was doing then, and that was the longest night of my life. The one of the longest nights I've had ever in my life. One of the longest. I was so tired, and the pain was so intense, and there's nothing I could do about it. So I just had to be patient and wait. I don't know if you can see, I'm planning to get a ring light, guys. Wherever I have my makeup videos, I always wish to have one, because if you have one, it's easier for every detail you shooting to show on the camera. So guys, I was so determined that this journey had to end soon, but I labored from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the morning. At some point, I'd sit down, and a neighbor of mine in the labor ward was like, mosquitoes on my legs, and she was like chasing them away to stop biting me. I the pain I was feeling, I couldn't even do that. And one of the most disappointing things is people coming in later than you, and they have their babies earlier, and they're like, oh, hujamaliziwa. Oh my goodness, that was so bad. And by then you're feeling pain, and someone is coming out of the delivery room carrying her baby, and she was like, oh, you're still here? Some women, I really. Anyway, so around 2 in the morning, the doctor decided to put me on drip. Oh my goodness. That was the scariest. The labor pain just shot up from I don't know, it's like from 5 to 10%. I mean 10 to a 10. The pain became very, very intense. I don't know. The pain became very intense. I couldn't even lie down, and even climbing the bed was like making the pain worse. So I had to just walk, and I'm told to walk with the drip, that the handle that carries the drip, and I'm looking at it, it's going slowly, like the one going in is just a drop, and the pain is so intense. So I decided I had to do what was necessary. I had to be strong. By then, my husband was in touch, but I wasn't in a mood to talk anymore. I wasn't in a mood to talk. I was so in pain. I wasn't even able to entertain a call. Like I would get a call from family, my mom inquiring about how I'm doing, and I just had to pick, but I couldn't talk. I couldn't talk. By then, the pain was so bad. So bad. So, after the drip, at around 5 a.m., I started feeling like pooping. That's a sign that the baby is almost here. Whenever you feel like going to the toilet for long call, that's a sign you're ready to push. So I told the doctor what I'm feeling, and he was like, for me, I was lucky to be handled by a man. A man is better, I tell you. Okay. Women can harass you. Women nurses, they can be very harassing, but a man is at least understanding. So I was there. I told him what I was feeling, and he told me, you cannot go to the toilet. Just give it about 1 hour, and then you'll be ready. And I was like, no, I want it now. By the time I was like, I couldn't take it anymore. I was like doing this, and the doctor is there telling, do you know you're pushing? Stop it. I am so new to this journey. So I went to the labor room around 7. I was prepared for delivery, and I climbed on the bed. They told me you have to push whenever you feel the pain. So when you feel the pain, push. If it goes down, feel the pain, push. If it goes quiet, you also stay, and don't shout, because the more you shout, you use energy. Energy you are supposed to use for pushing, you are using it for crying or shouting. So I had to be strong, and I guess within 30 minutes, the baby was out. Like, I remember just being told that, hey, continue, the baby is here, I can see the head. And 1 minute, the next, here the baby was, and she was placed on my chest. That's when she cried for the first time. And I hadn't still seen her, because they still had to sue me down there, because apparently nilichana the baby. When the baby got out down there, was like some accident happened, so I had to be sued back. And I know, guys, there are some people who ask question, do you like, when you have normal delivery, your coochie tends to widen? Not for me. And actually, I was sown, so I've never felt like something like that happened to me. And those are just myths, babes. Those are just myths. And if you do CS, if you go for CS, all the best. It's also not bad, situations sometimes might lead you to such a situation, but sometimes you also choose to do that, and everyone has their choices. So all mothers are strong people. Let no one tell you otherwise. All moms are strong people. So guys, see you next time. That was my story, my delivery story. And for now, whenever I'll be talking about parenting journey, I'll be only focusing on parenting, about kulea, how do you call it? It's gone out of my head, my memory or whatever. Anyway guys, that is my simple makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed it. That's just my go-to makeup. Whenever I don't want a lot of makeup on my face, I just put on some eyeshadow, draw my brows, and some lippy, and that's it, and some foundation for myself, and I'm done. Ciao ciao guys, bye. I love you guys for supporting me, for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. See you next time. Mukami John here. Bye.